Hi, everyone, and welcome to this hangout on create abundance through gratitude. I'm just so grateful today for a whole bunch of things. And a few days back, I just I was on a walk, and I was just appreciating everything on the walk. And I was appreciating the weather because it started to cool down here after being really, really hot. And I was appreciating the beautiful plants, the greenery around me. I was listening to the bird song, and I was just so grateful and so happy. And I just realized, wow, I'm in such a space of gratitude. And if I can be in this space of gratitude every day, so much is going to show up for me. And I thought to myself, why not do another 30 days of gratitude? And I started thinking about I think I did almost like 6 months of gratitude uh, at one point. I think this was like three years ago. And wow, that time was just so very magical for me. So I've been a person who's always, I had heard about gratitude lists. I had heard about, oh, you must be grateful, you should be grateful. But the more shoulds I had, and the more I should be doing this, and oh my God, I must be doing the gratitude list and all of that, the more of all of that I had, and the more I resisted it. Until one of my friends, she reached out to me, and she was this amazing business coach. And she reached out to me and she said, hey, you know what? I'm giving away 100 gratitude sessions, 10-minute gratitude sessions with me. So would you be interested in joining that? And I said, wow. And it was like, the end of December and the beginning of the new year. And I said to myself, wow, it's the beginning of the new year, and it's going to be the new year very soon. And why not, step into this gratitude challenge? Because I've always wanted to have this energy of gratitude in my life, but I've just been resisting it so totally. So having that conversation with her, it just changed I frankly don't even remember what our conversation was, what she did, what she facilitated me to. But what I realized was that my resistance to doing the gratitude, there's a lot of noise from somebody. Can you just mute yourself, please? Everyone? Okay, thank you so much. So I just, had this energy of gratitude show up. And I started writing my gratitude list every single day after that. And it was supposed to be like a 40-day challenge. And I ended up doing it for near about 6 months. And I still have that in my phone. And so I'll share with you what I did in those 40 days and in those actually 6 months. And I'll share with you how things started to shift and change for me. So basically what it was that you had to write down 10 new things that you're grateful for today. So it's like once you write down something, you can't repeat it. And so I started writing down my list. And the first day I wrote down, I looked at all the people in my life. and all it was more of a list of all the shoulds. Okay, I should be grateful for my parents, and I should be grateful for my husband, and I should be grateful for my kids. How everything is. So I actually started writing down all those shoulds. The second day, there were a lot more shoulds which showed up. By the third or fourth day, I realized that all the shoulds from my life that I should be writing down, I'm grateful for, it had kind of vanished. And so I said, okay, great. Now I just have to actually look for the things that I am really grateful for. And so I would actually write down my gratitude list the first thing when I woke up in the morning. And so what I did was, when I woke up, I picked up my iPhone and I had a note created which was written gratitude list. And I started to look over my whole day yesterday. And I said, I wonder what I can write today that I was grateful for about yesterday. And what I found was that I could find these moments, these little magical moments when I was, I would catch these moments and look at, wow, I'm grateful for this, or wow, I'm grateful for this. And it was more like I started to describe those moments. So oh, wow, that email that I got from my client where she acknowledged me for facilitating her from that. I'm so grateful to receive that acknowledgement. And then my son, when he came and gave me that spontaneous hug at night, and he just squeezed me and he told me, I love you, mommy. I'm just so grateful for that. And when I was on my walk and that beautiful bird song and that sense of ease and peace and joy in my universe, I'm so grateful for that. And as I was walking on the beach and I removed my shoes and I could feel the fine sand between my toes, I'm so grateful for that. And wow, I found that 1 dirham coin on the road as I was walking, and I'm so grateful for that. And honestly, like, these are things I'm describing about what's going on actually right now for me, because I don't really remember my gratitude list from them. But really, when I found that little coin on the road, I was so thrilled. I was so thrilled, as if I had won like $1 million in lottery. It's like, yay, I found a coin and I'm so grateful for that. And what I started to realize is how much magic we have in our lives. There's so much magic. And the universe is gifting to us in so many different ways. And we are not willing to receive it because we just have become so blasé about it, and we've become so cynical about it. And we've gotten into this whole construct of instant gratification. So we have all these big asks and these big demands. And so when the little things, these little moments of magic, these little moments of the universe touching you and telling you, hey, I'm there for you, I'm here, and I'm gifting you, and just, receive it. And I'd like to gift you so much more. But it's like you're asking for $10,000 and you have that $1 show up and you go, it's just $1, and you just, ignore it. So I found that being in that energy of gratitude just put me in that in that receiving of all that magic, which my life always is, isn't it? Like, isn't our life magical? Don't we have these infinite moments of magic throughout the day, which we just ignore just because we're not paying attention to it? And I realized that, by looking through my day and looking for things to be grateful for, I found myself catching those little moments of magic. And then it was kind of going a little more into it. And it's like I found myself catching those moments of magic as they were occurring. And I would go, oh my God, wow, I received this. And I would just, go and write it down in my gratitude list. And this is what I've been doing, since the day that I posted about this free hangout on gratitude. This is what I've been doing. I've been catching these moments of magic in my life. And I've been writing them down. Or, I go for my walk and I just look at all the different parts of my life and look at all those moments that are showing up in each and every part of my life, and just, acknowledge it. And I'm just so grateful for it. And so this is really not about the shoulds of gratitude. This is not about faking gratitude, or just saying I'm just so grateful for blah 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 without actually feeling it. But it's more about really what can I be grateful for in my life? And when you start looking, you will start to find those little moments of gratitude just show up. It's like it's there. Our lives are filled with magic. We just have to acknowledge it. And once we start acknowledging it, gratitude just, is a natural byproduct of it. Because when you start acknowledging how magical your life is, you just immediately go into this energy of gratitude. Does that make sense to everybody? And so I was also, one of the other things I was also looking at was, I was looking at some of the challenges that have been showing up for me. And one day on my walk, I was just contemplating, what if I could also be grateful for my challenges? And so I took up one of the challenge, and I said, okay, what can I find in this to be grateful for? And initially, I really couldn't find anything to be grateful for in it. And I said, how can I be grateful for this? This is so difficult for me. This is creating trauma and drama in my life. And then I just kept looking for what I could be grateful for in that challenge. And I realized that if I didn't have a point of view that this challenge was difficult for me, or I didn't have a point of view that this was a challenge, then I could be just grateful for it. And so I started asking, I wonder what gift is there in this challenge that I'm not acknowledging? I wonder what's right about this I'm not getting. And by continuously asking this, I noticed that I actually shifted from making it wrong and, all those labels and definitions I had about it, to actually uh, this energy of gratitude. So when you have gratitude, you can't have judgment. Do you realize? And so it's almost like I was so judging, and it's vice versa. So I was judging this situation so much, and by actually letting go of those pieces of judgment, I just discovered the gratitude in that. And cognitively, I still don't know what gift that situation is in my life. But it's like energetically, I have a sense of almost peace about it. And when I look at that energy of that situation, it's almost an energy of joy and peace and calm. And when I looked at that energy, I went, wow, this is the energy of joy and peace and calm. And it has a sense of rightness to it. I mean, I don't really know if the word rightness is accurate, but it has a sense of the right time, the right place. And I said, that's so interesting. Till now, I was looking at my own trauma and drama, and I wasn't even willing to perceive what's actually going on here. And now, once I've been willing to actually let go of my trauma and drama, and I can perceive this energy, it really is very different than what I thought it was. Wow, that is so interesting. And so it's like I'm looking at that situation now, and I have been in question about it. What's the gift in this situation? What's right about this? And now energetically, I'm actually perceiving that energy of rightness. I'm perceiving that energy of joy and peace and calm. And so I can't fool myself anymore. I can't lie to myself anymore that there is something wrong here. So what if there really was nothing wrong with your life? And the wrongness of your life just existed in the fact that you said it was wrong. And it's really that practice of being in gratitude, of being in gratitude every moment, that you will start to actually see what has always been there, but you've not been willing to see. So I was looking at a few images online to find quotes about gratitude. And one of the quotes was, gratitude actually puts you in touch with the spiritual dimension of life. And when I read it, it just was like, oh, that's a great quote. I could use it in the video that I'm going to make. And when I actually took this situation, which was challenging for me, And when I started exploring how I could be grateful for it, I could actually embody that. I could actually get what that was, because it really put me uh, into that spiritual dimension of life. So, what can you be grateful for? And what would it be like if you were to embody gratitude every moment of every day? So, I'd like to just kind of guide you through this little, um, like a play here. And so just take a nice deep breath and relax. And you can either keep your eyes open or close your eyes, whatever works for you. And just become aware of your breath. As you breathe in, just observe your breath. And as you breathe out, observe your breath. And be here now. Now, if it's night for you where you are at, think about your whole day today. And if it's morning for you where you are at, think about your whole day yesterday. And what are those moments of magic in your day? What are those moments that you can be grateful for about your day? And if you would like to, you can actually write down those moments. What are those moments when the universe tapped you and nudged you and said, "Hey, I'm here and I'd like to gift to you"? What are those moments of awe when something unexpected showed up, which just created so much joy in your universe? Find at least 5 such moments. Even if you don't write them down, just acknowledge those moments. If you can find more than 5, great, awesome. Has everyone gotten their moments? Fantastic. Would anybody like to share what opened up for you as you were in this contemplation, in this acknowledgement of those moments of magic? And I've actually muted everyone, so you can just unmute yourself and speak. Would anybody like to share? If you want me to unmute you, you can actually type in the chat window, and I could unmute you if you're not able to yourself. Would anybody like to share? Can you hear me? Would anybody like to share? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, great. Would anybody like to share? Well, if nobody likes to share, then we can probably. Okay. So, okay, somebody says, I found it difficult to tune into the gratitude. Okay, would you like to speak, Svetlana? Shall I unmute you?
Hi, Nilofer. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I've found it a little bit, I don't know if challenging is the right word, but inconsistent
Mm-hmm.
to tune into the gratitude consistently. And so it'll come and then it goes quickly, and then it's almost like everything that doesn't allow that comes up.
Okay, so are you talking about in general, or are you talking about right now when we did that little exercise?
Both.
Okay.
So when we did the exercise, that happened again, and
Mm-hmm.
then that's happened before.
So would you like to share about the moments of magic? Could you find any moments of magic throughout your day, yesterday or today?
Yes. I had a really magical thing happen yesterday. I was, this is going to sound ridiculous, but I was really craving a McDonald's sundae, and I live half an hour away from the nearest place. And it just happened that my friend was driving through there and stopping at my house, and she brought me one. So
Mm-hmm.
that was it was, I had gratitude for that. And
So hold on a
my
minute.
dog,
Hold on.
he's
Hold on.
very,
Hold on.
mm,
So when you received that Sunday, what did you feel? Can you just tune into what showed up for you in that moment when she gave you that Sunday?
it's like an ease of creation or embodiment,
Yeah,
there's a sense of space.
exactly. Uh, can you perceive that sense of joy and happiness in that as well?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. So that's what I want you to be present to. And that's what we actually miss out. Okay, then what's the other thing that you were grateful for, or that moment of magic that showed up?
My dog.
Mm-hmm. What about your dog?
My dog. Oh, he's just throughout the day. There's countless moments where he teaches me how to be extremely present,
Mm-hmm.
and um, very he's just very much the energy that's required in any moment.
Mm-hmm. So
So
can you
I find
recall?
that
Yeah, can you recall one moment when he was being the energy that you required?
yes,
Do you have that moment with you?
yes.
So, what was the energy that you received from him?
It's like a generosity of kindness and presence.
Mhm. So, can you perceive that as you were receiving that energy, you were also gifting him with your appreciation, almost like I would say gratitude? Can you perceive that?
Mm, yes, yeah.
Okay, great. Now, what else? What other moments were there in your day yesterday?
My mom.
Mm-hmm.
I We went for a walk and it was sunny out.
Mm-hmm. And
Just being able to spend time with her.
yeah. So, was she also gifting you something?
Yes,
And were you also receiving it and gifting her something?
yes.
So, okay, great. What else? What other moment of magic did you find?
The weather yesterday was magical. Like it went from this really beautiful rainfall to um, really brilliantly sunny.
Mm-hmm. And so, was the weather gifting you something?
Yes,
And were you gifting something right back?
yes.
And so, we found like 5 moments of magic in your day yesterday.
hmm I
And
think I think the acknowledgement that I also was gifting in return is the piece that I was missing.
yes, and are you can you now perceive that energy of gratitude?
Yes.
And we can actually call it whatever we like, gratitude
hmm
or whatever, but it really is like, catching those little moments of magic and being present to how much that every moment is actually gifting to us and how much we are gifting right back. And did you also, like, another thing that you can actually look at is that when someone is gifting you something and when you are receiving it completely, that is something that we gift back to them. Do you?
Yes. Yes. And another magical moment actually was I was asking for something to change that, and this webinar came up, so that was a moment of gratitude. That was one of my magical moments too.
Yeah. Thanks, Svetlana, for playing with this.
Thank you so much, Nilofer. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Would anybody else like to play, or did something shift for you in this conversation? And I know I've muted you guys, so if you want to speak, just type it in the chat, and I'll unmute you. Does anybody want to share anything?
Yeah, I'm Aradhana here. Can you hear me?
Hi, Aradhana.
How are you?
I'm good, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. The most grateful moment of the day is to get onto your this hangout. That's the most magical moment of the day today, and I'm so grateful to it. It's like, wow, how did I get? And I was asking something, and it's like just showed up, and I just logged into it. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. So, Aradhana, what were your moments of magic throughout the day today?
So it's like yeah, so when you said that, so earlier I thought, oh, my whole day was really crappy, and then I was like, no, that's not done. So then I started looking at it, and it was like the moment I got up, that was magical.
So,
And
so,
then how
so,
people show, I was asking for swap, and how my friends showed up for swap.
so, just hold on. So,
Yeah.
that moment when you got up,
hmm
what was magical in that moment?
Just the very fact that I got up in the morning was so magical, and a new day and a new beginnings. It was like fun.
So,
What can I create today was like my question. Yeah.
so, is it really that or something else?
Um, I know, like for me, every morning I get up, I really feel magical that I'm up and about, and I am like I have another day to go. So that I've been doing for ages. So beyond that, when you said there was an energy which I do not cognitively get, but yes, I think there was something beyond it.
So it's like, are you present to that energy when you wake up?
Yes, yes.
And in
More
fact,
now when you said, but
yeah,
not that moment.
yeah. So it's that, it's like when that magic shows up, and when you actually go into that moment and you really acknowledge what's there, that's when
Correct.
more of that shows up.
It's like when you're more present with it, that's when you're gifting it back.
Yeah, yeah. That's where that
Wow.
simultaneity of gifting
Okay.
and receiving is there, and that's what actually becomes like this huge wave of abundance in your life. And it's like literally, so like you said, oh, I looked at my day and I said it was crappy, and then I started looking at the moments, and you started finding those moments, and you discovered that, hey,
Correct.
you know what, that's not really true. And this is just like a judgment I've been in. so
Correct.
so
That's another moment of being grateful when I just thought, no, that's just not crappy, and it's like, wow.
yeah,
And
and
it shifted a lot of energy because I was so down into deep into the hole. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
And also, like, can you be grateful for you? Because in that moment, you actually chose to not look into that crappiness and rather started looking at what was magical about your day.
Oh yeah, wow, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that didn't occur to me.
Yeah, because
Thank
isn't that a
yeah.
choice again? So what other moment of magic was there?
It was also like when I was wanting to swap my bars with somebody, and my hand had been aching from last 2 3 days, and I really wanted somebody to facilitate me for that. So my friends like showed up, and then we had a swap, and a lot of awarenesses were there, and I was okay and very kind, like very thankful to that too. So
So
that was
so
one.
so can I
Then
can
yeah,
I
please.
point out something for you? So it's
Yeah,
like, did you ask for that?
I did.
And it showed up.
Yes,
So did you create it?
yes. I
So
acknowledge that I created it.
great,
Yes.
great. So that's again something that you are grateful for. Your creative capacity. That if I can create this,
Yes.
what else can I create? So what other
So
moments?
when you say that, with, with the gratefulness I am getting to, because this was my question, that it's okay to be grateful with the grateful moments and then be thinking that if I can create this, I can create something else too. But when you're in the crappy moment, then it's like, how can I change this? That's when you get blank. So
So
how can I be in gratitude of that moment?
So if you are in the crappy moment, then can you actually ask, I wonder what I can be grateful for here.
Yeah,
So
that was amazing question which you did. Thank you.
so just that question, it actually opens up. It opens up like maybe a tiny pinprick of light, and then that can open more and more and more if you are willing to be there instead of focusing on, oh my god, this is something crappy which occurred.
Correct. Correct. That's amazing. That was such a change of the energy of the whole day. Like the moment you said that, when you're in that moment, and then you can just be asked that, what is grateful, what can I be grateful here? And then look at that point of time, like cognitively, you also do not know what it is, and I am also not getting what it is, but definitely the energy shifted. That's when I spoke. I said, okay, I'll share.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Aradhna.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks,
um, okay, I'm just going to unmute Pepper. Okay, hold on. Hi, Pepper.
Hi, Nilofer. It's so nice to see you.
It's nice to hear from you too.
I noticed I've been having some extreme back pain for about a week. And so it started to, I was just inching around my house. And what I realized from that, I had been thinking a lot lately of what am I grateful for, and then this cropped up, and I thought, oh, okay, what a challenge to look at this as what is in here to be grateful for, and so throughout each day, it brought me into the moment rather than thinking about either the past or the future. And I thought, okay, let's give the pain some space and let the pain talk. And, I have gotten to know my body much more closely and understanding how it supports me on a daily basis. Each day was getting better and better, and then when I got up this morning, it was not as good. And what I realized is that the pain had moved to a different location. And I thought, oh my goodness, the beginning area is now healed, and it has gotten to the peripheral so that it can heal those locations. And to me, this is monumental to take something so severe that I can't grocery shop, can't go out, you can't walk to the mailbox, can't get in my car, house is a mess, but realizing that the moment has magic in it. And so now I can get back into life from a place of gratitude, where all I had before was anger and upsetness. So it's allowed me to grow. And I really have you in many ways to say thank you to, because you had something on, I don't know, about the 30-day challenge or this or that. And I was so frustrated because I couldn't figure out how to get into you. It just seemed difficult. And so what it caused me to do through the difficulty is I kept saying, this is all about gratitude. And it was just the opposite of what kept coming up until I could finally get to what the gratitude was about. So this is really profound for me to come back to the moment and see the magic unfold, like almost molecule to molecule or cell structure to cell structure, talking to my brain, saying, okay, give the pain space, asking the pain what it needs. That's something I never would have thought of. So I have great gratitude for you in facilitating, even when you didn't know you were facilitating.
So
you're very powerful.
So Pepper, can you be grateful for you for actually making that choice?
Yes.
To choose gratitude rather than the anger and the upset with whatever.
Yes. Yes. The last 3 or 4 months.
And not just, would you be actually willing to just lower your barriers?
Yes.
And actually be grateful to you for that choice.
Yes. Big choice.
It's a huge choice. Yes. And do you realize that you've actually been consistently making that choice?
For a long time.
Yeah.
And I started making that choice before I could see it.
Yes.
I couldn't see it. And little by little, it's created and it's shown itself to me. And it is magic. And it is spiritual, because it's like when you're there, it's not like you're in reality, if you will.
Yeah. So do you realize that every moment is actually magic?
Yes. And that I can create in every moment.
Yeah.
Where I didn't know how to do that before. I think that this experience is helping me to understand how to create with thought, with the there. I can feel energy where I couldn't feel energy before. I could, and I could create with.
So, can I stop you for a moment? Are you
Yes, please.
Are you really understanding this, or do you just have a knowing that
It's a knowing.
it's a knowing? Because
It's a
just,
know.
yeah, you just know, and the how doesn't really matter. It's
No.
that I can do,
That,
you know, and
yes.
that's it.
Yes.
That's the moment of magic. That's that
Yes.
moment of, you know what? I'm not choosing crap. I'm not choosing to make this wrong, and
Right.
I'm going to choose to see what's magical about this, what I can be grateful for, and I'm choosing
Yes.
to find that expansion there.
Yes. Yes. And when you choose, it starts showing up.
Yeah. So, can I ask you, since you've been choosing to be grateful uh, for these things, since you've been choosing that, do you feel lack in your life?
Only when it pops into my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so much more aware when a thought like that comes in, and I can say delete, 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 and put in a positive or abundant or creative thought. It's like I'm shifting what I thought I couldn't do to what I can do. And that's what's shifting.
So, can I actually point something else out to you? So,
Yes, please.
instead of fighting that thought,
Uh-huh.
what
Allow it.
what if you could be grateful for it?
Okay. Yeah, I can see that, because if I didn't notice, then I wouldn't go to creation. So,
Yeah. So hold on.
yeah.
Instead of mentally trying to do this, can you recall any such thought from your day yesterday or today, or
Okay, paying a couple bills that
Mhm.
are big.
Okay, brilliant.
And
Hold on. So,
yeah.
just think about those bills. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And now, what
Mm-hmm.
can you be grateful for in those bills, with those bills? So
Creating a way to pay for them.
so instead of actually trying to answer me, can you just
Uh-huh.
be in that question? I wonder what I can be grateful for with these bills.
Okay.
And just take a deep breath. And then,
Right.
think of those bills once again. And I wonder what I can be grateful for with these bills. So, did those bills, what did those bills get you? In the sense that, what did you purchase with, the bills?
a couple of programs for video and uh, using my mind in different ways.
Okay. So did you use those programs?
One, only half of it, and the other, the full
Okay.
program.
So did those programs contribute to you?
Yes.
So can you be grateful for those bills for that?
Yes.
Did your life change because of those programs?
Yes. Yes.
And
It did.
and is it going to continue to change?
That was my next comment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, hasn't it created a future which is way more expansive for you?
Yes.
And that is what those bills have actually contributed to your life.
Right.
So can you see how that whole energy has shifted with that?
Yes.
And you may not be able to get that awareness that quickly sometimes, but you just have to be willing to ask that question, what can I be grateful for with this?
Yes. Each time I do that, there is space.
Yes.
Where before it was constricted, it was too tight.
Yes.
So even just creating space is something to be grateful for.
Yes. Yes. And do you realize this is like a snowball? You find one tiny bit to be grateful for, and then it just keeps adding and adding and adding. And pretty soon, it's almost like you are in this energy of, wow, I have so much. There is so much of magic in my life. I mean, really, we have a choice. We can either look at, I don't have this, and my life is crappy in so many different ways. Or we can look at, wow, I have this and this and this, and I have each and every moment, which is so magical. And wow, let me explore every moment, and it's just so amazing. And your whole energy has completely shifted with that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pepper. Did you have anything more?
No, that was what was going on. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Pepper. So, so I am starting a 30 days of gratitude, abundance, create abundance through gratitude, which today was the first day. And I will be having 4 more of such hangouts, and probably be inviting some guests who are going to share their own unique spin on gratitude. And every day you will receive an email with either a video or an audio, or just a little home play with me. So if this is something that feels light to you, which is expansive to you, come play with me. So thank you so much. I am so grateful for each and every one of you who showed up live for this call, and for everyone who is going to listen to this replay. And I'm so grateful for Svetlana and Aradhana and Pepper for playing with me and for sharing those moments of magic with me. Thank you so much, everyone. So, so if you want to join, then I'll be sending out the link where you can join this program. And hold on, don't go away. I have something really interesting to share with you, but I'm going to stop the recording first.